Marketing Masterclass, now 33% off. Link in the description. www.marketingmaster/class.com.
Today, we're looking at the upcoming Stripe IPO. Could the Stripe IPO be the biggest IPO in 2021? Well, according to NASDAQ, Stripe is the internet's most undervalued company. So, if you want to learn more about the company, their products, or if you need help deciding if you should buy or pass, stay tuned. What's going on, investors? My name is Jose and welcome back to Rico Suave IPOs, the best place to learn about new companies going public and how to invest in them. Today, we're looking at the upcoming Stripe IPO. Now, I gotta tell you guys, I'm very excited about this one. If you want to request the video, there's a link to my Patron in the description. Founded in 2010, Stripe stands out as one of the hottest names that's likely to go public in the near future. The company's core business is payment processing services for online enterprises. According to Market Realist, the company takes a fee from every payment that goes through their website, much like a credit card processing company, but without the need for the in-store visits. According to Forbes, Stripe has nearly 2 million customers. In October, a private valuation gave the company a valuation of $36 billion. Regarding the Stripe IPO itself, the valuation reports are still word of mouth, meaning there's no legit SEC document to refer to. Bloomberg reports that Stripe could see a valuation up to $100 billion from its private funding. Here's a short 3-minute video from the Stripe YouTube channel that explains what the company roots is all about and the opportunities ahead. But before that, a quick shout out to my patrons. Your generosity and contributions allow me to do what I love to do and keep the channel growing, so thank you. If you want to become a patron, there's a link in the description.
I think in the beginning with Stripe, we thought we were sort of paddling into this little lake, and that we were building a small niche payment service for developers. This thing that we thought was a lake, as we sort of made progress out through the water, was actually an ocean. We'd started companies before Stripe, and one of the things that had been really surprising to me was that the hardest part of building an online business wasn't actually building the product, it was integrating the payments.
I mean, it's like going back in a time machine, going back to, the 70s, dealing with various kinds of financial institutions who didn't get the internet and didn't really want to see internet businesses succeed.
The internet doesn't care about the sort of political identity of the physical atoms that you happen to be sitting on top of. When you're exchanging information, when you're using most of the internet, that's the case, that promise is realized. But as soon as the movement of money becomes involved, it's completely forgotten. The internet has failed to achieve that sort of initial version of its promise.
One of the ways we think about what Stripe is doing is arming upstarts, actually making it easy for anyone over the course of a day to launch their new business.
While we, in the early days, thought of Stripe as being a little payment service for developers, what we've increasingly come to realize over time is it's a platform for economic opportunity.
What we're really talking about is people realizing their ideas and creating their organizations, their companies, some cases their nonprofits, in places in the world that could not provide that good or service in the past without a Stripe.
Stripe should be a leveling force.
Leveling.
It's really up-leveling.
Exactly. I've been tainted by too many.
I know.
Yeah, that's a foundational principle for Stripe, that we should be a leveling force. We're trying to make place less relevant.
I and a lot of the people who work at Stripe, I think, find that mission really motivating. They see why good infrastructure is important, and they see the impact that all Stripe users are having out there in the world.
I think when you meet the average person at Stripe, they're extremely long-term thinkers, and they tend to be very optimistic about our ability to move what is an incredibly sort of elderly, multi-thousands of years of currency exchange system into a more modern, agile way. We can be kind of serious, and we can be like cutting through some hard stuff. People push each other a lot and make each other think differently. Like, in order to conceive of Stripe in the first place, you had to rethink the entire model. And I think a lot of the best of Stripe are people who make me rethink my model. And I didn't know that that would be the case.
I think people don't realize how early we still are in building the internet economy. The most important problems that Stripe will ever have to solve are yet to be solved. Because we're building infrastructure, the change cycles are much longer. It's going to take 2 decades, 3 decades for that deployment to fully happen. We have to be much more long-term thinkers. The kind of people drawn to Stripe see that as an advantage, who want to be sort of down in the basement, tinkering with the machinery, such that 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th order effects 20 years out are going to be enormous in magnitude. Stripe is a different kind of company. We're building roads. We're building the underlying infrastructure that can facilitate all of this creation. I think the opportunity for Stripe is not just to build one of the most important pillars of the internet's infrastructure, but one of the most important pillars of global infrastructure.
As you can see, the company founders wanted to create a platform for small companies and startups to integrate their payment plans. They wanted to level up the playing field for new companies with a new, modern, and better way to send and receive payments. Stripe makes it easier to build and manage relationships. Their platform helps you build the infrastructure needed to create economic opportunity. You can check out their website to learn more about the products and the company in general. Millions of companies of all sizes, from startups to Fortune 500 companies, use Stripe software and APIs to accept payments, send payouts, and manage their businesses online. These businesses include Instacart, Salesforce, Amazon, Slack, Shopify, Google, Lyft, and Zoom. The company has not filed to go public yet, but their revenue in 2019 was around $450 million. A lot less when compared to Square, PayPal, and Shopify the same year. In 2020, the company acquired Paystack for $200 million to expand into the African continent, increasing their reach and acquiring another 60,000 customers. So, should you invest in the Stripe IPO? Well, I really like this company, guys. I like it even better when they filed to go public and we are able to look at their revenue, their net income, and their cash flow in more detail. I'm gonna give this one a big thumbs up, even though they are a small company at this time when compared to others. The fact that people are so excited about this company and the fact that they think that they could raise a value of almost $100 billion before their IPO leads me to believe that there's a lot of interest from venture capitalists and from retail investors alike. But of course, guys, that's just my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice or investing advice. So make sure you do your own research and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. As always, guys, if you like this video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel. But more important than that, guys, make sure you take care of yourselves. And I'll see you soon.
I bring up the pain, Rico solves the mind. I make the market rain like acid rain. An investing channel you ever know, ya. I take your girl, your house, your money, and leave you broke, son.